last fly of Flight 101.
On October 11, 1985, Aeroflot Flight 101/805 prepared to depart on a routine journey across the Soviet Union. The aircraft, a Yakovlev Yak-40, was a small trijet designed for regional flights. On board were 49 people, passengers and crew, who expected an ordinary trip. They would never reach their destination. That morning, the weather over Volgograd was already dangerous. The area was covered in thick fog, making it nearly impossible to see anything. Rain and low clouds pressed down on the Volga River Valley. Despite these conditions, the flight was cleared for departure. The crew led by Captain Ivan Sokolov had a lot of experience. They had flown countless hours in Soviet skies, often in challenging weather. Still, the heavy fog meant they would have to rely almost entirely on their instruments and air traffic control guidance. In spite of the chilly October air, the passengers settled into their seats. The engines roared, and the Yak-40 lifted into the gray sky. The flight began without incident. But the storm got worse as the plane got closer to Volgograd. Rain lashed against the windshield, the radios crackled with interference, and communication with controllers became increasingly unclear. In the cockpit, the crew strained to interpret conflicting signals from their instruments. When they should have been maintaining altitude, the altimeter readings shifted, indicating a descent. The crew tried to correct their course. However, a dangerous situation was created by bad weather, inaccurate instrument readings, and the pressure to complete the flight. The pilots knowingly lowered the Yak-40 through the fog, believing they were higher than they actually were. The aircraft crashed into the ground just outside of Volgograd at 8:11 p.m. without any warning to the passengers inside. The impact tore the Yak-40 apart instantly, scattering wreckage across the mist-covered fields. All 49 people on board were killed. For investigators, the cause became tragically clear: controlled flight into terrain. To put it another way, the aircraft was operational and the pilots were in command. However, the fatal combination of bad weather and confusion caused them to crash land immediately. The loss of Flight 101/805 was one of several accidents in 1985 that highlighted the dangers of operating in poor weather without adequate navigation support. For the families, it was not just another statistic, it was the sudden, permanent loss of loved ones who had boarded what should have been an ordinary regional flight. In the end, the story of Aeroflot Flight 101/805 is a reminder of how unforgiving aviation can be. A small error, combined with harsh weather, can turn routine into disaster. On that foggy October night near